EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Carolina Panthers. Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Now Smith slings this deep from McLaurin into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Bridgewater to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. Letting one go deep for the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 26 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Darius Taylor there in to make the tackle. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Smith. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
Good move at the 30. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Derek Brown able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a handoff here to this running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Burris. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
The defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
On 1st down, Gibson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. To throw is Smith. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. That catch good for only a couple.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
You can't block me.
And to give this time to the tailback.
Oh, we got plenty of fight,
And
baby.
he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington has taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
53 for Mike. 53 for Mike.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On third down, it's Gibson, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Smith. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Mike 56.
Smith now to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Derek Brown, his second sack of the night. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. On 2nd and 9, Smith. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. They'll go again with McKissick. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Punching it in from a yard away. And Washington going to add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. To throw is Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
53, Mike, 53. Push him back.
Bridgewater again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
I'm going to run you over. Mike, 53. 53, Mike, Delta.
And again, it's Bridgewater. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen, the former 1st-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this returnable for Sims. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Washington on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Justin Burris. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Mike, 53, Mike.
A 2nd down try for Bridgewater. That's caught. It's Thomas. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Watch twitch. Watch the twitch.
Bridgewater now. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. To the air again with Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Teddy Bridgewater able to hook up with DJ Moore. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. That one caught by Gibson. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
7 yards, the pick up there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
53, Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal. He's back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. If he does that, this thing is over instead.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now Smith. This is brought in by Gibson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often. A wasted down. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. 60 Bison.
Down to a knee. Here goes Smith, and that should all but do it. So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Washington football team as we say so long from FedEx Field. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the New York Giants. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the New York Giants. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the New York Giants. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Here we go. Hey, come on.
First carry for Raheem Mostert, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced a dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got it down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Now Jones. That's complete to Gallman. And he will have a Giants first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Gallman will run it. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down Giants on a pickup of 14. Here's Gallman. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah. It's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
That one caught by Ross Dwelly, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180. Go ahead.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Jordan Reed has it. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Here we go. 180.
Check. Watch 54. We ain't giving them nothing.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Now Gallman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Here we go. 180.
Check Mike 54. Watch QB drop. Right there. 54, right?
21.
Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That's his running back Raheem Mostert. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
This is Coleman. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Jones off the play fake. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Throwing Jones. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Goldman. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Wayne Goldman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, if they're out there, we'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm scared. Mike 5-4,
Off the play fake. Jones dancing to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they give this time to the tailback. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Out to his left. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try and run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And it's 3rd and short.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the ground, it's Gallman again. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 18-yard line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Off play action. Jones steps away to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Come on, baby.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, and his throw is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Leonard Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Williams. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And they intercept Garoppolo for the third time. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. I got you, son. I got you, son. Track him 60. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch the
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
54, right there. 54 Mike. In your face.
Here's Jones, throwing again on 2nd and 10. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Rolling to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
57 to Mike. 19 tight. Come on. Tight dog. Street. Kill. Sponge. No.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. Looking for Shepard deep. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by the safety, Jushiesty Tart. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their... chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back after the sack. Oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
You think you gonna check that street? You think you gonna get there? 25, check 25, check 25. Watch twist. Check.
Back to throw. Jones. And he's gonna go down again. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
Ready up.
54.
18 ready. 18 ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
Big play. Big play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. They'll run again here with Golden. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Jones now on 3rd down. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the New York Jets. Josh Lambo set to go, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Darnold. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and move it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Bravo.
Here's Minshew. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is
right
caught
down
inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, 51 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. This is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Minshew and Chark on the hook up there. First down, Jacksonville. They'll run here with Robinson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll run it down with Robinson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. They run. Robinson. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 2.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You've got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space when they...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Thompson taking it in. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Well, they just put a little sizzle in their steak there. First quarter, 4th and goal, run it in. A boost.
I think they showed confidence in their defense by going for it. That's telling their defense, look, we're counting on you guys, and we know that we believe in you because we go for it here. Even if we don't get field position on our side, and you'll stop them. Instead, they put it in the end zone and tally up 6 points.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He dumps this off underneath to Gore. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to go. It's Darnold. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Joe Schobert. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the run, it's Robinson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike 51. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, Mike 51, go.
On 2nd down now, it's Robinson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Minshew. On the move to his left. He may try and run for this. This is caught. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On 1st down, Darnold. Short pass caught by the tight end, Griffin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold, he's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Darnold completes it, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Darnold to throw again. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end, Herndon. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He gets it left side to Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And they are going for it. Darnold. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
60 Pittsburgh.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown.
What are you doing?
DJ Chark with his second.